How you guys doing, guys? This is Keith Johnson. What you're about to look at or witness is one of the most crucial videos on this blog. It has nothing to do with the opportunity, but it's to kind of substantiate that many people in this country are brainwashed. Brainwashed. They've been told to follow the pack, okay? The BBB, the BBB, the BBB. Well, 2020 News decided to do an investigation about the BBB, and what they discovered was shocking, to say the least. And you're about to witness that right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to watch this video together because people are interested in working from home, and so they're trained, okay, by society to go on the BBB or Dun and Bradstreet Association or whatever to research these companies to separate the garbage from the legitimate. But I don't know if you've seen this video, but you will feel differently when you watch this video, okay? So here we go.
Who do you turn to when you want to check out a company you plan to do business with? Well, for tens of millions of people every year, it's the Better Business Bureau. You know the name. But what you've never heard until tonight is that the organization itself is under fire.
How do companies earn the Better Business Bureau's coveted A rating or have their reputations tainted with an F? Chief investigative correspondent Brian Ross has uncovered troubling accusations. The Better Business Bureau is used to giving out D's and F's, but tonight it gets some bad grades of its own.
On Hollywood's biggest nights, when the stars come out and everything has to be the very best, it's Wolfgang Puck who is chosen to prepare the big gala dinner. A celebrity in his own right, with restaurants across the country, and a regular on Good Morning America. Puck's brand and reputation are impeccable. Yet the Better Business Bureau has slammed parts of Puck's food empire with grades as low as an F, which Puck says is because he won't pay them to become a member.
You know, if you become a member, you're sure to get an A. But if you don't pay, it's very difficult to get an A. And I don't know what we do wrong or right. We are in business for 28 years.
The Better Business Bureau has been just as harsh with other well-known companies who have not paid to become members. An F for the five-star Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Boston with only 2 complaints.
1 million customers served, 2 complaints, resulting in an F rating. It seems to be somewhat unusual, to say the least.
Even Disneyland, owned by ABC's parent company, also got an F last year from the Better Business Bureau, before it was changed to an A once bloggers questioned the grade and the case was reviewed.
This rating system is really unworthy of consumer trust or confidence, and sadly so, because the Better Business Bureau has a very long and laudable history of advocating and educating for consumers.
Our original mission was to...
Founded 98 years ago, the Better Business Bureau boasts of its reputation for protecting consumers from business fraud.
Did you know that 98% of all Americans are aware of the Better Business Bureau?
There's no doubt the Better Business Bureau speaks with a powerful voice. But now a 2020 investigation conducted with ABC stations across the country has found serious problems with its grading system, called a shakedown and a scam by business owners. Pay and get an A, or face the prospect of an F.
And it's a scarlet letter. It's a scarlet letter. I am branded with it. Now going on 4 years.
Right. I don't want to listen.
Brian Kraft is the owner of a Los Angeles company, training students for production jobs.
So if this was my click track.
Kraft, whose company is not a member, says when he tried to protest a C grade based on complaints sent to the wrong address, an angry Better Business Bureau official retaliated and lowered the grade even further to an F. Kraft has spent more than $1 million unsuccessfully trying to sue the BBB.
These guys are bullies. They're bullying me. And I can't do anything about it. It's my good name. It's my company's good name. It's 30 years of hard work.
There are Better Business Bureau offices in 122 cities in the U.S. and Canada. Their national headquarters are in Arlington, Virginia, where the president is Steve Cox.
We're looking for, consumer protection, meaning ways that we can protect consumers from those fraudulent businesses or from those scammers out there.
Know the value of accreditation.
The Better Business Bureau is set up as a non-profit group, but documents obtained by 2020 show that more than 24 of its top executives have 6-figure salaries. William Mitchell, the head of the Los Angeles Better Business Bureau, makes more than $400,000 a year. The Better Business Bureau appears to be prospering with the money brought in by its grading system.
very, very troubling, and it could be illegal because the failure to disclose to consumers could well be deceptive and misleading.
Cox, who makes $300,000 plus a year, denies it's all about the money.
Do you have to join the Better Business Bureau to get a good grade these days?
Absolutely not. We have more than 500,000 non-accredited businesses who have A ratings.
Better Business Bureau accreditation is by invitation only.
In fact, the Better Business Bureau says not just anyone can be an accredited member.
Only businesses which meet membership standards and agree to follow the highest principles of business ethics and voluntary self-regulation are accepted.
Yet earlier this year, the Mideast terror group Hamas was listed as a member and received an A- rating. Of course, it wasn't actually Hamas. It was the work of an anonymous blogger and a group of small business owners who punked the Better Business Bureau to prove a point. Hamas was registered with a non-existent address in Santa Monica, and its owner was listed as Bill Mitchell, the well-paid president of the Los Angeles Better Business Bureau.
They ran the credit card within 12 hours. They were an approved accredited member.
What did that cost to get Hamas an A-?
This A- grade here was $425.
How did Hamas become a BBB accredited business with an A grade?
Well, plain and simple, we made a mistake.
You can buy an A. They're giving reputable companies horrible grades, and they're giving terrorist groups A's. Does that make sense? And how you should run an ethical grading process with respect to companies and individual owned corporations? Does this not shock you guys? You have Disneyland got an F, Ritz-Carlton Hotel, even Wolfgang Puck, who we see every day on HSN with his cookware, been in business 28 years. He gets an F. That's crazy. Even the Connecticut Attorney General suggested that the BBB isn't worthy of consumer trust. You just saw that they signed up a terrorist group and gave them an A for $425. So you better not ever look on the BBB again, because it's pointless, because you can just buy an A. So how does that determine which companies are reputable and which ones are not? And believe it or not, you deal with businesses every day of your life that aren't BBB accredited. So let's continue looking at this pathetic investigation 2020 is doing for us against the BBB.
Also registered by the blogger and his friends, a skinhead white racist website called Stormfront. It received an A+ grade for $425. It's
Lord have mercy, they just signed up a KKK for an A+. Look, it's like right here on camera, like right here on video. YouTube, oh my God. Continue watching.
president listed as Aryan Whiting.
You can probably draw the conclusion from that they're more interested in the money than their credibility.
Well, Brian, that's, again, we make mistakes. We made a
This
mistake
is yet another mistake. It's on the website today.
Stormfront and its A+ were removed from the website the day after our interview.
You'll take anybody's money and give them an A, as long as the credit card is valid.
You know, BBB accreditation and the BBB ratings piece is not about generating money.
Some of those businesses see this as its own scam.
If it's not about money, why are you charging people with their card to become a member? Again, that is a contradiction. This is supposed to be a nonprofit organization, but you just saw a list of people who are six-figure earners, including that guy being interviewed. They're taking people's money and giving them a grade in return, and that's not an honest grading process. So this guy is a nutcase, and this nutcase earns $500,000 a year. People are giving this guy money to be a nutcase.
Its own telemarketing fraud.
No, that's completely false.
Not so, according to the manager of this Los Angeles antique shop, Terry Hartman.
So by paying for the year
2020 listened. She says she was told by a Better Business telemarketer she had to pay a membership fee if her C grade was to be improved, a grade based on one old complaint that had been resolved.
if I don't pay for this, my grade will remain a C.
Hartman gave her credit card number,
5588.
and the next business day, her C became an A+, and the one complaint was wiped off the record.
Wow.
And I feel that I've been taken I feel like I had to buy the membership to raise our grade. You can't win. You cannot get an A without buying it, basically.
Are you aware of this? That business people are able to buy A's?
That's an inaccurate statement. The business people are able to buy A's.
There's
That's
another
what
example
it looks like, and
involving
that's
the owner of
actually
a
that's what it
California
is.
company that provides clowns for parties. We were there as Carmen Tellez says she was told by a Better Business Bureau telemarketer she had to buy a membership to get rid of a C- based on a 2-year-old complaint that had already been resolved.
How long does that take to get a better grade?
The very next day, after paying $395, her C- became an A+.
If I'm paying for a grade, then how are the customer supposed to really trust the Better Business Bureau?
I would say that is in violation of our sales policy.
And you think these are just anomalies?
Yes, I believe they are anomalies. Now, that's not to say
Not
that...
indicative of a standard way of doing business? Of
No.
a fraudulent business practice?
Of course not. No, the BBB is not operating fraudulently.
45 minutes into our interview, Cox took off his microphone after his publicist said time was up, that our allotted hour in the office had expired, even though we had more questions.
We're not through here.
No,
It may be.
So we weren't able to ask Cox about Wolfgang Puck and the many other reputable business people who say the Better Business Bureau grading system has now become little more than a shakedown racket.
So you think if you'd given them money, you'd probably have an A?
Where you have to join an organization to get a good grade, I think is wrong.
It is wrong, guys. Like, it's really pathetic how brainwashed we've become in society to resort to determining our future, our fate. Our success is measured by, obviously, a company that's been participating in fraudulent practices. Rather than giving something a try and doing your own independent research, you would go to the BBB, which is actually, if I had to give it a grade, I would give it an FFF for being one of the biggest scams in the world. Guys, they signed up a terrorist group and they got an A+ the very next day. Are you kidding me? So if y'all checked into this Hamas terrorist group to join, would you like to join Hamas? I'm sure they got military missiles and automatic machine guns and AK-47s and smoke bombs and hand grenades that y'all can buy. Delicious. And it's all legit because there's an A on the Better Business Bureau. You should never, ever again go on the BBB again for anything else because it's all lopsided. Nonprofit is profit. Reputable companies are getting awful grades while terrorist groups and KKK companies, fictitious companies, are getting A's. Does this investigation not tell you anything? So I'm done with this video. Go ahead and continue looking at the additional videos on our blog. This is real information. You can go watch the video on your own again, repeat the video, rewind it, go search it on YouTube. You don't get any more reputable than ABC. ABC digs the dirt up on everything and everybody. Okay, and so those were real stories. What else could you do? What else could we give you? Okay, so definitely continue looking at the videos and be careful with who you trust. Okay, thank you.